Hello. Happy Friday. Are we all sufficiently chilled to the bone? Happy Friday, everyone. I don't know about y'all, but this weather makes me want to just snuggle up under a blanket with some knitting and hot cocoa or a coffee and binge watch something like Bridgerton. Morgan and I may have binge watched the entire first 4 episodes yesterday afternoon. Yes. Yes, indeed, we did. Okay. Hey, Laura, glad to see you. Did I see you say that you might get snow this weekend? Linda is here. Hello. Oh, Everdina is, did I see Everdina? No, that was something else. But Karen is on Instagram. Hey, Karen, glad to see you from Tulsa. And Anne, hello. Glad to see you all. And there's our executive producer has made his entrance. Yep, Iceland and Virginia. I heard about that. And y'all are getting, according to my brother, y'all are getting hit with more this weekend. Am I correct about that? Oh yeah, a week of below freezing for here. Yes. And we are supposed to be below freezing tomorrow night and Sunday night, I believe. So I haven't lived in Ohio since I was a teenager, so I don't remember. Are you supposed to let the faucets run? So I was texting with my brother, and then he called last night in the middle of us binge watching Bridgerton to answer our questions about freezing pipes and such. Oh, goodness. I tell you, I don't know. I think some people are speculating that there's a very small chance that we might get snow in Central Florida sometime overnight, but I think the forecasters have kind of said, yeah, it's very unlikely. So I haven't decided if I'm going to set my alarm for the middle of the night to check it out or not. Oh, thank you, Carol. Swooning over the Plum Drunk collection. I like it. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. Okay, Linda, you're expecting about 1.5 inches. Yeah, that's snow, right? Not 1.5 inches of ice. I don't think they measure ice that way. Let's see. Cool. No morning walks. We tend to take evening walks. Bo and I do when it's cool out. In fact, the last 2 nights we've taken an evening walk after dinner. Oh yes, Laura, just so y'all know, we're going to talk about Sunkiss. Laura she helped out quite a bit last weekend in the booth, which is so kind of her. Because the few times that I walk away, first of all, if I sit down to eat, then somebody comes walking up and I have food in my mouth. So I don't like that. So this weekend I made it a point to go out to the car for 5 minutes just to eat my food. And as soon as I leave, that also is when somebody comes in and not just comes into the booth, but actually has a question that Bo can't answer. So it was nice that Laura was there to help answer questions. So, hey, Valera and Katrin, Tish, I know it's a chilly, cold weather up there where you are. 4 more inches on the way. Hey, Billy, glad to see you. I just filled your order. Let's see. I know, done with the ice. Yeah, I saw a video about the ice in that part of Tennessee where y'all are. It was crazy. 10 to 25. I don't know, Karen. I don't know. If this isn't winter, I don't know what is, So anyway, oh, good. Laura enjoyed the whole weekend. Yeah. So Sunkissed was amazing. For those who were there, if you were there Saturday morning, or if you saw a video, there was quite the line, quite the crush of people. In fact, the doors opened at 10, from 10 to, I would say, 1:30. That entire vendor hall was so packed, you could hardly move. In fact, I think some people were a little overwhelmed by it, just the sheer number of people, which I understand. But after that, it settled down, and it was a much steadier flow. And then Sunday it was pleasant. There was a steady flow of people. In the afternoon, it dropped off. And so I had a chance to visit with some people, but yeah, so it was wonderful to see everybody. Um, Sales were good. I don't know if you can see there. I definitely have some empty spots in my inventory, which I love. So I've got plenty of dyeing to do. So yeah, it was just a good weekend. And it's funny, every festival has its little thing that I don't know, that happens or you learn something. And this festival, I don't know what it was. Some of my samples apparently do not have the needle size that I used on the card. And that was the question of the weekend. What needle size did you use? And one time, I think Bo said, yeah, they wanted to know what needle size again. And I'm like, I don't understand. It's on the pattern and you have to do a gauge swatch anyways. But I do understand that you kind of want to get a feel for, that knitting, the look of the garment that you're getting, because there's a big difference. I have two samples in Fluffy DK, one that I knit on a size 7 needles, and then the one that Laura knit for me on a size 4 needle. And there is a difference in the just the look of it, of the garment. So I can understand, but it really made, I was like, okay, I will be going back to revisit all of my sample tags and I will be writing down the needle size and the number of skeins that I used. That should already be on there. But anyway, apparently it's not. So yeah, but it was so good to see everybody. So yeah. Yeah, isn't the answer always it depends? Yeah, it really does. I use this needle size, but you might be using another needle size. For sure. Hello, Jill from Frigid Cincinnati. I'm just calling you Jill. All right. That is how I know you. And so that, if you want something different, you tell me. But frigid indeed, I guarantee. I bet Jana's glad she's not there right now. Oh, yes, Laura, Carol, in fact, that idea has already been put to use. I know there's at least one vendor that I saw that does have QR codes that you go right to the Ravelry page. But yeah, sometimes I think somebody said something or asked something when Bo was in the booth by himself, and Laura just happened to be there, and they asked him a question he couldn't answer, and he's like, Laura? But I have to tell you, Bo has gotten very good. Like especially with colors, he's great at picking out colors for people. And then he knows the different weights, where they are, and all of that, because that tends to stay pretty consistent with how I set up the booth, the yarns. He sets up the grid walls, I set up the yarns. So there's a lot, and he has gotten my samples. He knows that I use 2 strands, 1 strand of this, 1 strand of that. He's gotten very good at that. But sometimes people will ask him something and he's like, I don't know. So anyway, I understand, Jill. I answer to many names as well. Yes, the customers do love Bo. In fact, and Bo is a better salesman than I. And everyone loves Bo. Hello, Dion. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, your friend talked about Bo. I don't know how to take that. My friend talked about Bo all the way home from Shenandoah, wanting to know about his work in the dyeing patterns as he knew. See, he knew so much. There you go. And he is the best PR guy. I tell you, he's awesome. Hello, Betsy, all the way up from the Grove. I love it. Joe Carroll, he is a charmer. I got to tell you. But the nice thing about Bo is that it's authentic, and he doesn't come across as, a skeezy kind of charmer. There's a difference. Bo is very authentic, and he's very friendly. So, hey, Lonnie from the thawing tundra of Dallas. Yeah, for how long? Hello, Kim. Kim was so nice, y'all. She messaged me this week and she said, "Are you freezing?" And I was like, well, yes, actually, but only because the house is at 70 degrees. And I don't know what I told Bo this morning. It seems like my internal thermostat is like all over the place because there's been a couple of days this week where it seems like I just cannot warm up. And then I go and eat my lunch in the dining room next to the window where the sun is coming in just to kind of warm up. Um, but then other times, like yesterday, I was pretty okay all day long. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me. So I wanted to tell you all the people that I did get to chat with for any length of time. It was lovely. And then there were some people literally that it was, I said hi to them thinking, oh, and then somebody distracted me. The next thing I know, that person is gone. And I never got to really chat with them. So everyone who came by the booth, thank you so much. I did get on Sunday afternoon, Mary Ellen came through. And when she was leaving, she came to say bye. Poor thing. She probably was thinking, how do I get away from this woman? Because we started talking about books and we just had the best conversation. And in fact, it's because of Mary Ellen that I broke my no buying any more actual books rule for a while because my to be read piles are just, I haven't been, they've been growing rather than decreasing in size. I've been buying a lot of books on Kindle. And then so I read through those and then my hard copy books get left behind. So, but Mary Ellen was telling me about a book that she was reading. And so I looked at it and I realized the synopsis. I looked at the synopsis and I was like, I need that book. So I ordered it, Theo of Golden. I don't even know if she meant it as a recommendation but it sounded so good. And it's a pretty new release, I think December of last year. So it's about Theo who moves into the town of Golden. I assume I say moved. He comes for a visit anyway. Anyway, apparently it's about his interactions with the townspeople. So I told Mary Ellen, I said, now, does it have a bad ending? Like a sad ending? Because you know how I feel about those. And she said, well, I don't know. Because she hadn't finished it yet. She said, and I won't tell you what she said because I don't, anyway, I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But anyway, because of that, I broke my little rule and I bought a book. And then when I got home, so, we were at the festival Saturday and Sunday. And after peopling all weekend, I tend to kind of withdraw being the introvert that I am. So the best way that I do that is to stick my head in a book. And for some reason, none of the books on my Kindle appealed to my brain. So I went to my TBR pile, one of them, and I pulled out this book, Brooklyn by Plum and very good book. I finished it in 2 days. I started it Monday and finished it Tuesday night lying in bed. So, hey, Linda, I see you over on Instagram. I'm glad you're here. And yeah, it's a very simple story. Apparently, it's made into a major motion picture, which I did not know. Otherwise, I would have watched the movie first. But too bad. Now I've read the book. I probably can't watch the movie. Anyway, there are some that are pretty well done. Like, what is it? The Potato Peel Pie Society, that movie, I enjoy the movie just as much as the book. But that's kind of rare, to be honest, for me. I usually always like the book better. So anyway, which is why I like to watch the movie or the TV show first. So I read this, very good, and then realized that, oh, there's a sequel. So then I ordered yet another book. Which just came in and I have started it. It's called Long Island. It has a very different feel, same characters as the first book, but it does have a different feel to it, I have to say, but still well written. I'm already almost halfway through this one as well. So it's very good. So anyway, I recommend them if you have never read them. They're good. And we won't talk about any endings. All right. Tish, let's see. Hang on. Did I miss some others? Comments. Let's see. Oh, Lonnie, you dropped to 20 tonight and then won't see above freezing again until Sunday. That's yeah. Tish, it's refreshing to see a man in the yarn booth who acknowledges the customers. Oh yeah, he's very good at that. Very good. Thank you, Diane. Yes, we did have a good show. And what I have to be honest, financially, it was even better for us because we didn't have the expense of a hotel room or travel, extra food, eating out, stuff like that. So, yeah, it was, I love it. And they already have plans. I think they've already set aside the same weekend for next year. So, all good things. All right, Diane, of course you're having freezing weather. I mean, my goodness. That's a given, right? Up in Canada where you are. Oof, my goodness. Okay, so let's talk about January Fiber Challenge of hats. Thank you all so much for participating. When I went through all of the comments and posts on different social media, Instagram, Facebook, more entries for this fiber challenge than any of the others previously. So I loved that. And I know I never showed the prize, but here is the prize. I picked it out earlier this week and set it aside because I was like, I am bound and determined whoever wins, if they have not already knit with the gloriousness that is fluffy sock, then they must. So, or crocheted, whichever. This is slate on fluffy sock. And then I pulled out, I don't remember why I chose silky sock, but I pulled out a partner on silky sock. So you can do whatever. You can knit with these or crochet with these together, separately, whatever. But that is the prize winner gets this. So, and this makes me think there was a lady at the festival who said, she said, the website just does not do justice to these colors and the feel. And I was like, yes, you're absolutely right. And Cherie from Rehash Fiber, I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with her podcast. She's local. I say local to Central Florida. She's a spinner, knitter. I think she also crochets. Multi-talented podcaster, and mentioned on her podcast, she said, you have to go by the booth and feel her sweaters because the softness is just amazing. And somebody pointed out, most of my samples are pieces that I've held two strands together, either fluffy lace, Surrey alpaca, usually it's Surrey alpaca that I hold with another base, and it just adds such a softness. In fact, when Cherie felt this sweater, my Sean sweater, that was what prompted her to buy some yarn for a Christmas sweater. And it's like I told one customer, I've told multiple customers this. I have settled on bases that I know I want to knit with and that I want to wear. And I do go for softness. That's what I want to wear. I don't want to be itching because I'm not going to wear it. If I'm itching or reminded that it's constantly there, I'm not going to wear it. So that's what I go with. So if you have any questions about softness, then you know that the yarns in the shop are going to be soft. So, and these two are the prime right here. So 2 prime bases for sure. So anyway, speaking of the winner of our January Fiber Challenge, it is, are you ready? Dun, dun, dun. Let me make sure I don't say the wrong name, Linda Frank. And I even wrote down, it was her hat, I think it was hat number 8 that she made out of Brenda's stash that was the winning post. So congratulations, Linda, you are the winner for January. I love it. Actually, yeah, Linda, by the way, is over on Instagram. Let's see. What else? Dion, I haven't seen you. I'm just going to call you out. Dion is local, y'all. When I say local, I mean Central Florida. But I haven't seen Dion in over a year now. It's been like at least, a year and a half that I've seen you? All right, moving on. Okay, so February, we have another fiber challenge that starts. You probably have seen the post. I think I loaded the picture. Here it is. This is the post that is in the Swan City Stitchers Facebook group. So, and any project that you start and or work on during the month of February qualifies. You can use any fiber, any yarn that you choose. I know some people choose different yarns based on what they're knitting. And so, well, and that doesn't matter, any challenge. I let you use whatever brand you want. But the goal here is, since it's the month of February, the month of love, I want us to do some charitable knitting or crocheting. So obviously not gift knitting. There is a difference, but these are projects that are intended for donation. So anything that you might then donate to a hospital or survivors, shelters, institutions of some sort that work with those who are in need of some sort. You choose your cause or causes. If you have a cause that is very special to you, please do a post in the Swan City Stitchers. Make sure that you communicate clearly on where people can send their pieces to. And I will post if anyone is interested or looking for something. Then I think I mentioned this last week. One of our local hospitals is looking for some baby bank blankets. I think specifically for, no, not specifically, but she did mention preemies. And then she also was kind enough to attach the measurement sizes of the different, what you might do for different sizes, the measurements. So if you're looking for that, and if you choose to do that, you can just send it to me. She suggested that was the way to go. And then I can take them up to the hospital and drop them off. So I'll do a post for that. And I would love for you all to post your favorite causes as well. Hey, Bobby. Happy to see you. Are you staying warm? Bobby's a world traveler. She probably doesn't mind the weather. She's probably accustomed to such things. All right, so moving on. Oh, and then I will announce the winner of that the very last Friday in February. So post your pictures, your whips, your FOs, and then we will go from there. Dion, I've been staying pretty close to home other than trips to see mom until Scott retired in October. Gotcha. That's right. I think I saw a picture. Took our first trip after Christmas and hope to do more this year. Scott just got back from Mexico. Very good. Is he enjoying retirement? It seems to me I saw a couple of posts that looked like he was enjoying it. Oh, he went on a diving trip with his brother. That's awesome. Very cool. You'll have to tell him hello. Bobby, this is not what I signed up for. I know. I'm telling you, it's cold here in Florida. It's like we don't know what we're doing. Yeah, it's a whole new world. In fact, I'll just tell y'all, this morning I got up and I was like, oh, I didn't exercise yesterday. I've got to do something. So I'm on my Peloton, I'm cycling. Bo went to the gym. He comes in and he's like, what did he say? We have a big problem. And I'm like, oh, no. And he's like, I went to unhook the hose from the spigot and the pipe broke off inside the wall. So we currently have no water to the house. And I'm like, crap. And I'm sweating at this point. So, and I don't know about y'all. I know me, when I sweat, after I'm done, because of the sweat, I get cold really quick. So if I don't get in the shower right away, I get cold. So fortunately, the plumber came out literally within like an hour. But we still had to wait for him to do his repairs and set the glue. And then the water got turned back on. And by the time it did, I was an ice cube. I was so thankful that we had water. And I was so cold, I was supposed to wash my hair. And I was like, I'm not washing my hair. I'm too cold. I just have dirty hair today. I know that stuff does, and if it's gonna happen to anybody, Dion, it's gonna happen to us. That's just all there is to it. So, all right, I have to tell y'all, I'm so excited about some of the projects that you all have been posting. Um, and I grabbed at least 1 or 2 from the festival. I probably missed some. I'm sorry if so, but I do wanna go through the pictures that I did manage to get because 'cause they're all fabulous. I have a whole list of them. I'll try not to take too long with them. But here we go. Let's see. First up, Julie. So Julie, by the way, came to Distaff Day. It was awesome to see her, and I know her friends were happy to see her too. And she was starting this project. This is the Bonnie Wee Kerchief by Marjorie Mulla in the colorway Slate, along with some coordinating minis that she picked up at Distaff Day to make the kerchief. How beautiful is Julie? So thank you for posting that, Julie. And then Jamie, who also came by Sunkissed. This is Jamie's daughter-in-law. She knit up the Deidre poncho by Hannah Cross, and was with a special order of Trusty DK in the colorway Santa's Acid Trip. It just looks phenomenal, and that's a brightly variegated colorway. And I should have asked her if she alternated skeins or how she did that because it just looks, it's great. The color distribution is wonderful. She did an amazing job. So nicely done. It was lovely to see Jamie and her sister. Sarah also came by Sunkissed. Did y'all see my sign in the background? It was a big hit, by the way. And then Sarah came and she was perusing. I noticed she was holding some yarn. I think we were talking, and then I forget who was beside her, and they were like, and look at her shawl. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we had to grab a picture. That shawl is in Sunshine City. That was the special colorway done for the common thread. And I think they still have some skeins. She's got it on a variety of bases at this point. So, and of course, I didn't get the name of Sarah's shawl, but it looks fabulous. And I want to say that Sarah bought more fun yarn at Sunkissed because I remember thinking, oh, this girl with her bright hair, she likes bright colors, which is right up my alley. I love it. So anyway, it was wonderful to meet Sarah. All right. And then Danielle also came by. This is her ribbit tee. Let me see. Let me find my note. There it is. So it's by Josephine. I'm going to say this wrong. Ackerstrom. That's not, I'm sure I butchered it, but the link will be in the show notes. In fact, I've already bought this pattern because I love it myself. I'll tell you later what colorway I'm going to use to knit it. But she's using velveteen on Trusty Sock. It looks gorgeous. I love it so much. And then of course her shirt that she's wearing, we were trying to figure out what green that is at the top, and then blossoming is on the bottom. It's a crochet top, and I kept thinking it's Wishes is the green on top. And she said, no, I think it's Forest. And I was like, no, that's not Forest. Which when she got home, she was looking for the tag and she's like, no, you're right. I found Forest and it's not Forest, but I can't find the tag. So I don't know if y'all have any thoughts on what it is. It's green, but it's got some yellow undertones to it. So that's why I was thinking it was Wishes. Anyway, I'm really curious what y'all think that it is. Let's see. I'm just trying to look at comments. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Donna. And actually, I didn't hear Bo cussing this morning, just so y'all know. Bo has a very flowery vocabulary at times, but I think he's toned down a lot over the years. So anyway, I'm glad you're here, Donna. Your favorite colorway. I love it so much. She's talking about Sunshine City, y'all. I think you're talking about Sunshine City. Anyway, okay, now Erica came by. So I think I talked to y'all about Erica a couple weeks ago because Erica is she's a magical creature who spins with a spindle. and does it. I mean, her muscle memory is just amazing. She'll walk around the room and just be spinning and not even looking at what she's doing or anything. It's just crazy. And I normally only get to see her at Distaff Day, but this year I got to see her twice in 1 month because she came to Sunkist and brought this project that she started after Distaff Day, by the way. So she's making incredible progress, and she's done a couple of posts. You may have seen the post that she did asking about the fringe with fluffy lace. So this is okay. So Distaff Day, she comes to the booth. It was towards the end of the day, and she starts looking through my minis, my neon fluorescent minis, and she starts kind of putting them together. And since I didn't have like a complete rainbow in stock on all the minis, she starts looking at my full skeins and kind of picking and, okay, where could I fit this in? So she ends up with this rainbow of colors, all neons. And at the beginning, middle, and end is one skein each of fluffy lace. And she's like, I'm going to make a shawl, and it's going to be, go from one to the other. And I'll use the fluffy lace in the middle and at the ends. So she brought it to Sunkist, y'all. And it look at this. So, and one of the things I wanted to point out, because I realized since talking to her, she gave me, this is her own design, by the way. She told me how she breaks up that look. Because if y'all have noticed, when you fade tonal solids, it ends up striping. Like if you've ever seen my Cumulus blouse that has Paint the Town red at the top, berry at the bottom, I should have brought it. I didn't. And I purposely, when I faded them, I alternated like, I don't know, 6 rows where it was alternating each of the 2 skeins to shift. I didn't just go from red straight to berry. I kind of did that fading, and it looks like stripes. And then I did it on the sleeves as well at different points so that it would look funky. But you can see that they look like stripes because they're not speckled. Speckled yarns fade beautifully because the yarn, the colorways break up the stitches. But if you do that with stockinette with using tonal solids, you just get stripes. Well, you can see from her project, these are tonal solids, but it doesn't look so much like striping because of the stitches that she used. And she told me what she does. It's basically kind of a slip stitch pattern. But I realized this past week, because I was looking at other patterns, that you can do basically, if you switch up your stitches to something like rib or like she did with slip stitches, it makes the fading look a lot less like striping. If you care about that sort of thing. I just thought it was really cool and love her project. So anyway, it's always lovely to see Erica. So, all right. This picture I grabbed off of Instagram. This is Karita. I think that's how you say her name. She knit the Musselburgh hat using sparklers on trusty sock, and it looks so good on her. It's a perfect color. So I was happy to see that. And of course, it reminded me of Alabama Fiber Fest because that's where she bought the yarn. Okay, Michelle finished her Auckland bound hat, by Maddie Moe. And she used dappled on fluffy sock and cookie crumbs on trusty sock. And so it's just created this wonderful marled look there. Looks awesome. Love it. All right. And taking a break from her cardigan that she was working on last week. This is the Unicorn Cowl by Casapinka. She's using a black, I don't know, looks like Pomp and Circumstance to me. I'm saying Pomp and Circumstance. I'll just take liberties here. I do know that she's using the Pumpkin Spice mini pack. I think I have one of those in my stash. I'm going to have to look. I might have to bring that back that year. That was a good pack. And your cowl looks amazing, Anne. I love it so much. It looks different than the project on the pattern page, by the way. So, which is very cool. Love it when that happens. Okay, moving on. This is, I think did we show this last week? Anyway, let me find my notes. It's the Comfort Fade Cardi, and Jessica Stoll is knitting this one, which I love. I know she's ready to wear it in this freezing cold weather because she's in Virginia, and I'm ready to see it. And she's using the Sweet Treats fade set. It looks so good. I think that would be, let's see. So she is going, I say backwards. She's going from that end of the pack. Topaz Taffy, there's Mermaid Soda, and I think Blueberry Bake there at the bottom of the cardigan so far. And I know she's got other colors that she'll need to add in just because that particular cardigan uses more yardage than the 5 skeins that are in the pack. So, but it's gorgeous. It's Trusty DK. Yeah. All right. Oh, Linda, I'm just going to interrupt for a minute. Linda said, I'm driving, so I had to pull over and say hi and thank you. You're so sweet. Congratulations, Linda. You be safe out there. All right. Going back, sorry. This is, Cindy posted this yesterday, I think. This is her Melt the Ice hat, which is very popular right now in red, of course. This is Red Letter Day. And I looked on the pattern page, just so you know, velveteen. And I want to say that's a word. Is that a worsted weight pattern? I don't remember. But yeah, so nicely done, Cindy. And then this is, Kim just posted this and sent me a picture when we were talking about freezing weather. And this is her Sean sweater by Isabel Kramer. She's using the combination of slate and After Midnight, I do believe. And it looks gorgeous. All right. And then last but not least, we have Laura made the December Frost hat. This was a super fast knit for her using Blackberry Wine and Swan Song. I want to say that's a worsted weight pattern. Did I write that down? Yeah, it says worsted, but you could use DK depending on which one you pick, which base, and what your gauge is. So, let's see. Shut-Eye Town. It could, but this one, that the green that she had seemed a little bit more like it had varying, because Shut-Eye Town is pretty, I think it's a pretty consistent colorway. I don't know, maybe anything's possible. That's a good guess though, for sure. Bo is saying you weren't outside, dear. Are you talking to me? I don't know. Mint or double mint? That's possible. I didn't think so, but it's possible. What I remember about the wishes, if I remember correctly, wasn't it like almost like a neon green, and then it had like a yellow undertone as well? And that to me looked like, but she insisted that that wasn't it. I don't know. Dion, so sort of mosaic. Are you talking about the technique for stitches? If so, yes. I know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? For a stitch pattern like breaking up tonal solids as you fade them, yes, absolutely. A mosaic pattern would be, it just looks good. Laura, I wondered if I think it's a worsted weight pattern, but you use DK. I don't know why, but I thought that. All right. So let's see, moving all my projects. Oh, I got to get Morgan. She has an FO for y'all. Let me knock on the wall. Let me set my books aside in case she brings her drink. So, by the way, Morgan's going to start on a sweater. It's more of a top this weekend, but I forget what it's called. We printed out the pattern, so we'll have to show it next week. Hello, darling.
Hello.
All right, you got a lot of yarn. Oh, that's for the new pattern. Oh, did you bring the new pattern or no?
You have the new pattern.
I have it?
Yes. So I just brought the yarn. You can sit.
Okay, so we can show them.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of bloom where you're planted left, don't you?
I do. So I need to figure out. Oh, hi, everybody.
Oh, yeah, Morgan.
Here. I have a lot left. I finished the headband. I'll show it in just a second because I'm wearing it. but I have a lot left, and I need to figure out something to do with it now. So
You could do socks,
I could make socks,
but you're not
but it's
really.
a summer color, so I need something summery.
You can do summer socks. No.
I wear knitted socks in the winter.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, because I get hot really
Yeah.
easy. So
This girl, I walk into her room in the morning
that's not
and
my fault.
it's freezing. I don't.
It's-
Yeah, but I couldn't exist in that room.
It's a poorly insulated room. It's not my fault. So this is my headband.
Tell them the name of the pattern.
Beach Hair Don't Care is
Yes.
the pattern. It's by the woman whose name I cannot pronounce.
Melissa Kemmerer.
Kemmerer.
And
And then I want to show it, but I was scolded twice. So I'm not going to show my face because apparently it.
Well, so the point that Bo made to her is that when you hold up, see, Morgan, I'll show you. So like if I hold up yarn like this, watch what it does. See how everything else kind of goes out of focus. So if you hold it in front of your face, of course, with both of us here, it's a little bit trickier.
I was told multiple times,
She was scolded.
cover my face. So, and then it ties. I have it tied.
Yeah.
little-
And it fits her good.
It does.
She came out one day this week, and
Untied.
I showed her how to pin it out. She knows how to
Sure.
block stuff.
Both
I
of
mean,
our
to
faces.
wash it, but
See, Bo? I'm doing it.
but anyway, so I showed her how to pin it out. Yeah, she did
Blocked
good.
it, and this is
Yeah. So there you see the lace work. It was a fast knit, wasn't it?
It was pretty. I don't actually know how long it took because I kept stopping and taking breaks.
But you said it's not hot
it's not hot.
because
Nice.
she's sensitive to
It
that
gets
stuff.
hot.
She gets hot.
Well, your head, that's
Yeah.
apparently an area you're not supposed to.
It
gets
traps
really,
heat.
It traps heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of hair, so and knitted stuff makes me warm.
Yeah.
So I needed something. So I really like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
what I
did
was looking
good.
for.
So let's show them what you're going to knit your top with. I forget she saw it as a sample at a show back in Kentucky.
Yes.
We
and
did.
I took a picture of the little information card, but I forgot to show Mom and have her pick out a pattern for me. So
Well, that
It's
is the
been-
pattern. You mean help you pick out yarn?
show you the pattern so you
Oh.
can find it.
Gotcha. Until just
I
now.
can't use words. So,
So now she has settled on Purple Leaf Plum, and this is Pumpkin Patch, which I think Bo was like, eh.
yeah, he gave me a hard time about the colors a little bit.
But she
Oh,
mostly
yeah.
wears her knits later in the year. I mean, she doesn't really
Yeah.
wear her knits in the summer. So I think it'll be a nice fall color.
It'll look good because it has little lace stripes and they're very thin.
Yeah.
And so I've noticed from when I saw other completed projects, it looks better to do that in lighter colors. So darker and then a lighter, which is like a little bit. It'll
Yeah.
look good. He'll
It's-
like it. He's
It's
gonna.
it's a good contrast. And I don't remember the name of the pattern, but I'll print it and we'll talk about it next week.
And he'll come in when I'm knitting it and be like, "Oh, what you knitting me?" So
He will do that.
he will. Yeah. So
Oh, Bo has an idea for your colorway. Socks for him.
socks. Okay, you got. All right. He has so many socks. He has so many, and every time
He
he's like, "Oh, you
does.
making me socks?"
Yes.
Mhm.
He does the same thing to me. They know that.
Mhm.
So, all right. Well, everybody says hello. Your headband
thank
looks
you.
great. Oh, Carol says, what about hand warmers? So I have to tell
Those-
y'all, Morgan wanted to make a pair,
Fingerless gloves.
fingerless gloves, but with the holes didn't it have the individual
Yeah,
you
with little
wanted?
I wanted it to fit over my fingers.
So
it-
I
yeah.
found a pattern, but it was odd because we followed the needle size and the yarn weight, but when she cast them on, she had knit a section of it, that would be down here.
It was
And she was
huge.
like, she's like, Mom, I don't think
It's all
this is too
loose.
big.
It was like a really big knitted
And
bracelet.
and I was like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't even know how to figure this out because it should be small, like a pair of socks,
Yeah.
and even smaller because it's going over your wrist.
Yeah. and
So-
I have a dinky little wrist. so
Yeah.
it's gotta be teensy.
And we had already looked, we had scoured, I don't know through how many patterns to find one that had an interesting look to it. You
I
know, the
wanted lace.
stitches. Yep.
I'm very picky. I'll be like,
She's
it needs to be
picky.
lace and it has to be fingerless, but it's got to have the little finger holes and it can't be too bulky.
So anyway, that project ended up being put aside. So yeah, so fingerless mitts is our hand warmers is actually a good idea, but I just have to find her a pattern. Would you
Yes.
like to use that as a?
I could.
So maybe we'll revisit the pattern.
Mhm.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe we just drop down needle sizes, but I think you were already using like a size
Tiny.
1.
Yeah.
I was like, so that means if the stitch count is off, I've never made fingerless mitts. So, and I have no idea how to do that. So it's not like I can coach her through, you know, with different socks that she has knit, I've been able to coach her through any changes in the stitch number and stuff. But with that, since I've never made a pair, I'm like, I can't do the math if the stitch count is too high.
Yeah.
So.
And it doesn't go well when I have to figure out pattern stuff for myself. So I have her. So don't do that. Yeah. Do it right. So that's helpful. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think you've just gotten accustomed to me telling you what to do instead of reading the pattern yourself.
I don't think I've ever read a pattern from scratch all the way through. I get part way and then I mess something up and I need her help. So
yes. Oh, Dion suggested a feather and fan scarf. You don't know what that looks like, but you could do it's basic. Like? It's a shawl.
Oh, and I've been wanting a shawl.
So yeah, maybe you could do a shawl out of that. Yeah. Would that be acceptable in that colorway?
Possibly. We will see if I find.
Okay.
Right, it's got all messed up. Yes, but right now we're doing a shirt because I saw it and I thought it was pretty.
Yes.
And I like because I have a little list of what I want to do. So like I did the headband in that colorway, and then I wanted to use these colorways, and I wanted that shirt. So I was like, it'll be perfect. Mm-hmm. And then there's another colorway I want to do after this, and I've been wanting to make like a shawl poncho thing. So I have a nice backlog of projects to do, which is exciting.
It's the other colorway is Glad Tidings. So Morgan picks colorways that she likes and then decides what kind of pattern to go with it. Yes. She doesn't say, usually you did with the shirt, but typically she does not say, I want to knit this pattern. Mm-hmm. Let's look for a colorway. Instead, it's like, I want to knit with this colorway. What would be a good pattern?
Yeah. Well, because I'll see the yarn up. And it takes me a long time to decide I like one. I think I've mentioned this. I'll just kind of stare at it for a while. I'm like, I like that. And then I won't say anything and I'll leave. And then I'll come back in. I'll be like, I like that one. I still won't say. And months will go by and then I'll be like, I'm going to knit with that one. So it takes so long.
It does take her a while. And by the way, Glad Tidings, it's not just the colorway. It's on which base, because she's like,
a specific.
I like it best on Trusty DK. And what was the other one?
Oh, what was the other one? I think it was
it Silky Sock?
Squishy Worsted.
Oh,
two very different bases.
So I have to find a pattern on DK or worsted that she likes now, because she prefers the colorway on that base.
Yes, because you guys, someone out there is going to agree with me, because they look different on different bases. Not much, but just like a little bit different sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I forgot the name all of a sudden.
Purple Leaf Plum.
Purple Leaf Plum will look different on fluffy lace.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They look different. So you got to keep that in mind when you're coming up with, yes.
Yes, this is very true.
I'm not crazy. She makes me sound like I'm crazy. So.
Never. All right. Carol, can you find a glove pattern you like, but knit only partial? Oh, I think that, is that what we looked at was glove patterns?
That wasn't the pattern we ended up picking wasn't the one I originally liked. I don't know why.
I think the one you originally liked was no longer available. And that seems to happen a lot. She'll find something she likes and then, it's not available. No. So Laura suggests that we swatch and see how far you're off. She was very far off. And that's why it made me think that the stitch count, because I remember thinking that the stitch count was also more than what you would cast on for a pair of socks. And I was like, that just doesn't make sense. Because if you're, obviously the stitch count should be, you know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be that many stitches so I didn't know. And then I was busy. So we ended up just setting it aside and not looking into it more. I think that looks good on me.
It does look good on you. It looks good like with your hair kind of like a
I think for all the
scarves.
things that I've knit for you, that this is
What? Hold up now. That one's mine. I can make you a matching one if you want.
Oh.
Yeah, because it looks good. Because your hair.
Cool. Then you'd probably try to steal mine.
No, I have one. They'd be matching.
I know, but then mine would look like yours, and suddenly mine would be yours.
No. I only
have
take
to do
the
like I
things
did
from you
with
that I
some-
don't have.
Okay.
And I do take things from her.
Okay. Tish says there's a Pearl Soho pattern called Very Classic Gloves that are fingerless mitts. All right, we're going to look this up.
Very classic gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys or ladies. I appreciate your suggestions. Okay. Very classic gloves. I will look that up. Gloves.
Very classic gloves.
How much caffeine have you had?
Too much. I finished my coffee, so.
Yep,
a lot.
she's had caffeine. She made our drinks again today.
Yes, I made them all different though. And I remembered what I put in them this time.
You want to tell us what you put in?
Yes, last time I got nervous and couldn't form sentences. Now I've already forgotten. Oh, vanilla. So we have this brand of syrups that we like. Portland, because Mom can have them. And I like them because they're not too sweet. They're not very, when you think syrup, it's thick, it's sweet. I like these because they're not very thick. And they're not super sweet. They're not too strong. So I really like them. And the vanilla one's my favorite. So I like to put them in coffees, and I'll do a little shaker with cold brew. And then like last week we had a dirty chai. So I put a little bit of chai tea, only like a tablespoon because she doesn't like very much. So I pour in just like a tiny little bit and then I dump it. But this week I did vanilla and cold brew and then a little bit of peppermint creamer, which I used a little frother thing on, and then poured over top.
Yeah, and yesterday or the other day I found purple sweet potato powder, which I guess is also called ubi. Anyway, so I ordered it and we made a purple cold foam and put it on top of a matcha.
She's the matcha girl. She makes the matchas.
I make the matcha lattes, and it was really good. And it had a beautiful purple foam on top. So yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. All right, I got to show what I'm working on. You sticking around or?
I'll see what I have no idea what she's working on actually. So
yeah, but, you didn't even see it. Yeah, we were binge watching Bridgerton last night. Morgan and
Bridgerton.
She came out and
yeah, I apparently am watching season 4 with Mom, even though I've never seen any of the show before. So
you hadn't watched it before?
No, I saw the first episode of season 2 with you, and then I went back to do whatever it is that I do.
Oh, okay.
And
they haven't fit. Okay.
So I'm seeing.
Well, yeah. So she's seeing season 4, which we like. I think. Did you like it? Yeah.
Well,
we have this joke. Anytime the salacious parts are on, I look at Morgan and I say, "Close your eyes."
Yeah. She's like, "Close your eyes." The first, there were like 3 of them in the beginning, and then she forgot. So yeah, those were fun.
So anyway, she doesn't close her eyes, but. So this is the start of the weekend hat. I showed y'all. Y'all have seen the pattern.
Hide my face.
Yeah, hide your face. And it's just a ribbed pattern. This one is for bow. I'm using.
Of course it is.
Pomp and circumstance. What am I not knitting for bow? Pomp and circumstance on fluffy lace and fluffy sock. I'm holding them together. And apparently he has now requested a pair of black socks.
Really?
After
he doesn't have black socks?
Not that I've knit for him, no.
He has socks in every color.
And then fleece your feet.
Oh, those are my feet.
Those are
the purple.
These are Morgan's feet right there. She knit that pair, by the way.
I still have them.
Yep. And
they're drying. They were washed.
Yes.
Sorry.
And
I messed her up.
Sorry, I was looking at the picture because I'm wearing this pair right now on my feet. And I'm realizing I knit myself a small that time. No wonder when I went to put these on this morning, I was like, these are a little tight.
Yeah, you did a small, I did a medium, and then you did a large for bow.
Yeah, well, I just cast on another pair of mediums for me using from the new collection. This is Plum Latte. Gorgeous! Look at that! On Trusty Sock and Sand Cherry on Trusty Sock. Did I say that? Trusty Sock. And this is Sand Cherry on Fluffy Sock. And I purposely put Sand Cherry on Fluffy Sock because I've noticed that the Fluffy Sock has just the tiniest halo. And so it impacts your color just a little bit more than the Trusty Sock. And I really wanted the Sand Cherry to stand out. So here's the beginning of this is a size medium that I cast on for me. Lonnie says, dearest gentle reader. Yes. Yes, indeed.
These look good together.
They do. They look really good.
It kind of looks like they're blue.
Yeah, there is on some of the skeins just a little bit of the blue that comes out from, because this Plum Latte is actually a deep brown color. And of course, as you know, brown is made up of other colors. And so there's obviously a dark blue in there because sometimes I'll see it come out as I'm pouring down the concentrates. So those are my 2 projects that I managed to work on this week. So I will, okay, so let me show you. This is, that's part of the new collection. So here they are. This is what you can find in the shop. Now, Purple Leaf Plum, y'all know that one. Morgan just held it up. We were talking about it, and that's been in the shop. So, but
that's it.
Yeah.
Is that the one that I rinsed?
Yes. Yeah. Well, you did Sand Cherry. So Sand Cherry was what you were rinsing today. There it is on Silky Sock. And then this is the Plum Latte on Silky Sock. So it's a deep dark brown in most lights. Well, when you look at it from a distance, but when you look at it in the light, it has a deep purpley plum undertone. And then this is chocolate covered cherries, which if I hold it up next to Purple Leaf Plum, you can see that same dye in there as well. So it has colors from the Sand Cherry yarn and Purple Leaf Plum. So yeah. So anyway, those are in the shop. If they're sold out, I'll be working on getting them filled back up. I did want to show, if you want a different color than like Plum Latte, let's say you want something. Yeah. If you want something that, well, first of all, let me just tell you or show you, Sweet Cherry Pie goes nicely with those as well.
You gotta warn me so I can hide my face.
No, I think it just blurs you out, which is fine. Wow. You can see Sweet Cherry Pie goes nicely. But I also was looking at like Pretty in Pink. If you want more of a light so that really contrasts with them, something you just pick a light color, even Swan White would be good with it. I wanted to show you the Plum Latte. I'm here to tell you, I was concerned because, the Stellina bases are sparkly bases, sparkly sock, sparkly DK, and starry sock. I use vinegar to dye those. And sometimes vinegar will impact the look of a dye powder differently. So I dyed it up first on starry sock and it did not disappoint. So I have decided that ribbit tee that I showed you that Danielle is knitting, I'm going to knit it in starry sock. So far, I realized I have no samples on any of my Stellina bases. And they kind of sell themselves.
What are you doing?
But I realized this weekend I need to probably have some samples. And
you knit with Stellina, haven't you?
I have, but I haven't made samples. So yeah, so I'm going to knit the ribbit tee out of starry sock, especially since it has a Shanico base. It's one thing for me to tell people, oh yeah, it's super soft. It's when it's in the skein, especially with as nice and tight as Morgan twists them, sometimes it's hard to have that come through. So no, you do a good job. We don't want you switching up what you do, but
come on, variation's fun.
No. So anyway, yeah, so I need to have a sample in that. And then the other place that I love it, I also on Fluffy Lace, it looks really good. I didn't pull one of those down, but here it is on Fluffy DK. Look at that. There's kind of some variations within the skein. There's some places where it looks really purple and then some where it looks a little more muted. It's just gorgeous. So I think that's going to be a good seller for
Which one is
sure.
this?
That's
Plum latte.
yeah.
I wonder what a plum latte would taste like. I have ideas now.
I think it would probably taste good, actually.
Get some plum syrup.
Yes, and then I've also, if you're looking, so this past week, honestly, I spent some time dyeing up some yarns in that collection, but I had a big wholesale order that's going out today, so I was working on that along with, yeah. But I did manage to update Fluffy Velveteen is on. It's back on Squishy Worsted, Trusty DK, and then Fluffy Sock and Fluffy Lace. So if you're looking for Velveteen, you've got plenty of options.
She asked if Pink Ribbon would go with it.
Pink Ribbon. I don't remember Pink Ribbon. Is that the one that we did in October?
There you go. Where are your pinks?
I think it's, will you grab that Trusty DK, that second from the right? Because I think that might be the colorway she's talking about.
Nope, buddy.
No, the others, the other right.
This one?
Yes, that one.
The pink ribbon.
The pink ribbon.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's look at that, Dion. I think so. Oh, yeah. Look at how it's pulling out those plummy tones in there. Do you see that? Yeah. This is the last skein of the pink ribbon, I think, that I have left. But I know some of y'all have it in your stash, I think. But anyway, yeah, I think it looks good. Now that's sand cherry, but let's see here. Is that what you meant, Dion? Yeah, I think it goes nicely with those. So good. I like it. It's a darker pink. You love that contrast. I'm so glad. Carol, I'm in love with Starry Sock. I think I missed you saying will
it be coming in Purple Leaf Plum?
No, it will not be coming in Purple Leaf Plum because Purple Leaf Plum is one of those dye powders that changes in vinegar. In fact, I don't know if you remember, I had a colorway called How Now, Brown Cow. That was Purple Leaf Plum with vinegar. It turns brown. It turns a deep poop brown. Yes. I mean, it's a great shade of brown. It was lovely. I probably should dye it, but
you call it poop brown?
No, I called it How Now, Brown Cow.
I know.
No, we're not calling it poop brown. I'm just saying that's what it was, deep dark.
You call where's the bathroom?
Like you had lots of iron. You bring out the worst in me. Anyway,
You're welcome.
So yeah, so Purple Leaf Plum won't be coming on the Stellina bases. I'm sorry. I know it would look good, but we can't burn out the Stellina. And if I use citric acid, that's what will happen. So Kim says, oh no, another beautiful set. I know, darn it. Jamie's on here. I did not alternate hanks. I just used them as I grabbed them. Okay, so Jamie is talking about the poncho that I showed y'all in Santa's acid trip. That's impressive. Okay, well, I'm glad
you can call it Santa's acid trip, but where's the bathroom is a bad name.
Okay. Actually, where's the bathroom is not the worst name ever. I kind of like that.
Thank you. I'm good at naming.
Oh, Lonnie says maybe for the colorway, it's Dearest Gentle Stitcher. Oh, I kind of like that, Lonnie. That's a very good idea. Bobby, I love those colors together. I'm so glad. Yep. And it was Joe Carroll's idea to call it Plum Latte. Bo looked it up. That was her suggestion. So very nice. Let's see what else. All right. Good to know. Yes, I know. I was so disappointed when it did not happen. All right. So speaking of Dearest Gentle Stitcher, there is a mystery pre-order up on the site.
It's a big mystery because I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah. So it's in celebration of Bridgerton season 4. It's a mystery colorway.
We're watching it probably.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're watching because I like Bridgerton.
Well, we watched like 4 episodes last night.
I know.
Through the whole thing. So
yeah.
I mean, it's because she needs an idea too. So
that's true. But you know, it's interesting because she mostly wears black and white. It's not going to be a black and white colorway. So we shall see what happens. Well, actually,
Which
we
one?
can't know. I'll have
Oh,
shipped out the
yeah.
colorway before the last 4 episodes. The last 4 episodes, I'm assuming it's 4 more episodes, are not released until February 26th or 28th, something like that. So, but I've got some ideas in mind.
Oh, I have an idea. I can't say.
No, you can't
I
say
want her
it,
to
but we'll
use it.
talk
I
about it.
can't. Yeah, all right. I got ideas.
Good.
She
All
never
right.
listens to them. Every time
That's
it's like,
not true.
no, every time it's based off a movie or something or a show, I'm like, oh, you could do it off that or that. She's like, I could. Then she doesn't.
Well, I do ask your input, like the Sweet Treats fade collection. When I was dyeing it up the first time, I asked her opinion in the
Oh, yeah.
pots. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that was after you already did it. You just wanted confirmation of your genius.
Do you see what I have to put up with on a daily basis?
Okay,
right.
I had to get it from someone.
Darkly Darling Stitches says, just finished a weekend shorty sock set in Trusty Sock Berry, and I love this color so much. I'm telling you, you're not the only one. Berry has been around since like the beginning of time. Carolyn is a dyer, and it will be around for a very, very long time to come because it's a great color.
Oh, is Dying to Knit next week?
No, I know. It seems like it's been forever since we had Dying to Knit, doesn't it? I don't know. Was this one of those months that it was 5 weeks in between? But it's not. The second Thursday of February is not until the week after. I will, however, be dyeing up the practice pot next week. So I also haven't been live in the group.
You're slacking off.
I know I am. It's been crazy, y'all. It's just been crazy. Should we tell them about our little escapade out? I think, are we pretty, let me hang on. Let me make sure I don't have any important announcements to make in case they're tired of us yammering on.
I'm distracting.
That's all right. You're fun to chat with. Okay. I did want to mention this it's been in the works, but it's just kind of been confirmed. February 21st is a Saturday. I will be at the Common Thread in St. Pete doing a mini trunk show and a sock blank dye experience if you are interested. The link is on their website. It will also be in the show notes. And then the next festival where I will be is the week after that, Saturday and Sunday, February 28th and March 1st, I will be at Scenic Stitches.
Oh,
okay.
Covered up. Did Bo say something? Because I saw someone respond to Bo. I think he made a smart remark.
Oh, yeah. If y'all think that Morgan and I.
It's him. He's
February 30th. Okay. Yeah, I have to tell y'all last night between Bo's jokes, because he doesn't care for any period pieces at all. So he was watching hockey on his iPad while watching Bridgerton. Between his jokes and and Morgan's comments, it was
I'm very chatty when the TV's on. I'm very quiet, and then you turn on a TV show and I don't shut up. So
this is true.
I don't know why.
I have had to tell her in the past, okay, if you're going to come out here, you sit down and be quiet. It depends on the show. Sometimes I don't mind.
Yeah.
Donna is registered for the Sock Blank Dyeing. Awesome. I love it. Okay, so let's tell them we'll finish up with this. So just so you know, I don't typically do frivolous outings in the middle of a work week. I don't have time for that nonsense, right? Except for my hair appointments.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, that's the hair. It must be done.
Yes. Well, but like last weekend, I had worked for like 3 weeks straight without a day off. And so I told Morgan, we need to go get pedicures. And she's like, yes. So then I go on like Monday to the website. I'm thinking we'll do it this weekend. Morgan's here this weekend.
Yep.
I'll schedule it. Well,
we were going to go to the library. We're going to make my brother come. He had to sit through our pedicures, and then we would take him.
No, he could go to the bookstore next door.
Oh, well, this was fun for us.
I know. Well, anyway, I couldn't get an appointment. For some reason, the place that we've been going to had no appointments available on this weekend or next weekend. It was weird. So, but I had told Morgan we'd get pedicures. So I was like, all right, the only appointment I could get was Thursday at like 10. I was like, all right, fine. So I schedule us. I go in as a party to schedule it. When I got the confirmation email, I didn't double check it. You'd think I'd learned this lesson. So really it was all
her fault.
It has happened to me before, where I get a confirmation email and I don't check the times. And I'm like, yeah. I knew it when I said it. I knew what time it was. I had made it for 10, but apparently we go in And for once, I did not take, I always take my Kindle. Usually I take my knitting.
Not you, no, always knitting. We go to the movie theater, she has her knitting. We go anywhere, she's got knitting. Dinner, go to dinner, she's knitting. Always.
And for some reason, I did not take anything. I just thought we'll be in and out. I'm not going to, it's fine. I should have known. I know better.
She knits while she's getting the pedicure.
Yes.
Even if everything goes according to plan. I don't know what she was thinking.
I don't know. But we get there and the lady says, okay, so we have Morgan down for 10 o'clock. My computer is trying
phone call.
I know. It never happens. I'm not
Should've
that popular.
Should have answered it.
I should have. It was actually Sherry from Naughty Yarns.
Like, you're on the live.
I should. So anyway, they're like, okay, so Morgan, we'll do Morgan is at 10 and you'll be at 10:55. You can sit together. And I'm like, y'all, it took me like that to change from happy-go-lucky to what?
Yeah, oh no.
I didn't lose my cool, but I was like, what do you mean?
Happy.
I'm not at the same time. I registered as a party. So, and I felt like they knew we were together because she had both of our tabs and they were prepared to have us sitting next to each other. Like, wouldn't you know that that's probably not cool? Why would I want to sit there next to her?
Yeah, she was like, yeah, it's under Carolyn. Yeah, what? No.
No. I tell y'all, it ruined my entire day because I was sitting there without knitting, without reading, stewing for an entire hour while the lady worked on Morgan, who was wonderful. She did a great job. And Morgan's toes are beautiful.
I'm like, I could pull this one out. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, they smell great too. Just kidding.
She's full of it. They smell fine.
And so anyway, she was the lady who did it, the pedicurist, the nail tech. I'm not sure what the proper name is, but she did a great job. She was so sweet and friendly. I tipped her properly, but I told Morgan, I said, I'm not going back there. I'm going to go back to my old place from now on. Or I think I told Bo that. Because
you don't tell me anything.
I don't know. I was very annoyed. I think I'm PMSing because by the time we left, then I was like, oh man, now I got to deal with traffic. And by the time we got home, I was fighting a headache. It's amazing how something like that will just ruin your day, you know? All right. Bye, Tish. Yes. All right. Thank you everyone so much for joining us and for welcoming Morgan and listening to our chatter. Listen, please stay safe and warm the best you can. Get some knitting or crocheting, whatever done. I will be back here next week. Yes. Same time. Why not?
You were sure.
Well, I always have to make sure. Okay, let me remember. Am I going to be here next week?
Like, we're taking off.
We're taking off. Yeah, no, we'll be here.
And I should be here because I'll start in my shirt.
All right. I like it. So we'll see what Morgan's up to next week as well. All right, everybody, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.